There has been much talk about recent oil palm developments in the East Sepik province, but the provincial capital's main wharf doesn't have the capacity to support the multi-million kina projects. The upcoming projects, including the oil palm projects in the Sepik Plain and in Turubu, will put pressure on existing infrastructure. Leaders are now calling on the national governments for more funding to improve existing roads, hospitals, build hydropower stations and construct a new wharf. EMTV's Bethany Harriman was in Wewak and he files tonight's EMTV News special report.
It's expected that the oil palm projects in the Sepik Plains and Turubu will inspire economic growth in the East Sepik province, bringing wealth to a province that has fallen behind in development. But with multi-million kina projects like the oil palm, attention is now focused on the provincial capital Wewak. The town needs more support from the national government to improve chronic blackouts, water and sewage disruptions, improve existing roads in some parts of Wewak, and the rebuilding of a wharf with more capacity to support projects that include several mines.
Wewak has been experiencing a lot of this, and the business houses have approached me on this. And I believe there is a plan for a big dam to be built in Wewak. And if the plan is there, we would like to see if the plan can be put into action, that we can be able to access current and steady power supplies to Wewak town.
Charles Melinki, the Wewak mayor, describes the lack of adequate infrastructure as an hindrance to the projects developing in the rural parts of East Sepik. He called on the national government to fund an intervention to rebuild Wewak's ailing infrastructures.
With the two ministers that are in the current cabinet, to see that these changes will come to Wewak and Wewak will impact for sure. And I will say that Wewak is now open for changes and we're looking forward to that. But please, with the current issues that we have raised, I believe that this will be taken up and to see that Wewak can be able to come more in future. Thank you.
Wewak's problems extend to key government departments. Some have remained tight-lipped, but some have spoken out. The Provincial Works Department's lack of capacity has also come under the spotlight since its involvement in the fixing and reconstruction of roads in the Yanguru Sausia district.
We have the member for Wewak coming in, asking me to go and support him more fleets. I will be honest, to this day now, Department of Works, Wewak, capacity.
The department has had support from 8 donors, but its revitalization that includes department machinery and technical support needs more funding and support from the national government. Boram Hospital is in a poor state. Wards are simply deteriorating and the patients' toilets unclean, aren't sanitized and alarmingly below health standards. In any other country, Boram Hospital would have been closed down, but it is the only referral for rural parts of the East Sepik. Much of the problems being highlighted by Wewak's local leaders have been leveled towards previous national government budget allocations.
Clearly, our people in East Sepik are going all the way to must be spending 13, 14, 15,000. Many people are complaining we don't have an hospital. I want to assure the Grand Chief that I will give him my utmost support now to identify the land, to acquire the land, and to finish the design so that our government, national government, could look at funding a new major referral hospital in Wewak. We've already said that Wewak will be a major referral hospital. That's been discussed in cabinet.
Trade, Commerce and Industry Minister Richard Maru, who was in Wewak to launch projects in his district, explained that the national government is aware of Wewak's infrastructure problems. Minister Maru has plans to hold an East Sepik Business and Investment Summit next year. He also appealed to the national government to consider submissions to fix Wewak's failing infrastructure and improve those that are lacking capacity.
They need to provide the Department of Works enough funding to refleet their fleet of equipment so that the Department of Works must and should be empowered to maintain all our district roads.
Wewak's infrastructure problems have become a concern for the Yanguru Sausia district. because the district's development forecasts in the next 2 years include fresh vegetables productions in the rural LFGs and other social economic growth ventures, including local SMEs. But the success of those ventures hinges on Wewak's wharf capacity, road networks, power and water supply in town. Yanguru Sausia also has a large portion of land given over for oil palm plantations. It's also the only district in the East Sepik province engaging the Provincial Works Department to build its roads, and the department's lack of capacity has shown. Bethany Harriman, National EMTV News.